Hey everybody, it's the Salty Pug Lord. How y'all been doing? I wanted to do a very quick overview of this Capella A8 beginner CV that I've put up on the Steam Workshop as a release candidate for people to evaluate and give me feedback on. So let's just go ahead and do a very quick walkthrough of the ship. I'll try and get this all done as quickly as I possibly can, because I'm also going to put this on the Steam Workshop page so people can have a walkthrough of what the ship is like and they can see it for themselves. Right now I'm in God mode, so I can hover up here, but I'm going to have to go back down to the ground, and then we will go under the ship, in through the back, and all the way up and through and see everything. And let's get going. So I've replaced the Orion. This is a fork of Rustimus's Orion. I've replaced all the thrusters with medium thrusters. One of the things I wanted to do was to even out the sort of uneven thrust. The upward-downward thrust was a little weird on the Orion. There is a door that will get you into the main living area from under the ship right here, right by the front landing gear. We're not going to go in that way. Let's just go in through the normal back door here. There's some signal logic that will detect when you get close to the back, and it will let you go in through the back. It'll bring the ramp down automatically. And this will take you into the main hover vessel bay. As you can see, it's pretty much the same as the Orion in the hover vessel bay. There's some ammo boxes, oxygen tanks, fuel tanks, a couple harvest cargo boxes. The major changes I've made here are I've put in a spot specifically for a repair bay, and over here I've put in a spot where the repair console for the repair bay can go. This yellow line right here, when you step across this line, that actually turns on the light and opens the door, and when you step across it should, turn it off. There's also a switch over here. If you don't like the auto door, you can turn this switch off, and the light will go off to show you that it's off, and the door will no longer open and close when you go across this. Okay, oxygen station here, clone chamber there. You've got your med station here. This is the what I've heard called a get out of jail free card. If you break your leg because you went up too high on your jetpack and came down too fast, this is the med station that actually cures a broken leg, although I think it gives you some other kind of wound. And you can put another medical station up there if you want to, but in the interest of keeping the cost down on this so-called beginner CV or starter CV, I've tried to not put everything in the kitchen sink into it, hence why there's just spaces. This is the main living area. Over here is sleeping area. You have your bathroom, you have your shower, you can see the warp core behind the shower, bed, desk. Well, I tried for some kind of comforting looking carpet that would kind of leave you mellow, tile in front of these, and over here you have your armor locker, you have your sofa for stamina recovery, your entertainment area, some nice marble walls, and then you have sort of the main elevator shaft. Now, on Rustimus's Orion, these were over in that corner and I really didn't like having to go out into the corner just to get up to the next level. Before we go here, this is the core right here. Right as you walk in through the HV bay, right as you walk under this little overhang on your way to the elevator, there's the core, and we'll see the core again. So here's the main elevator. Here is the way to get down underneath the ship right by the front landing gear, but we're going to go up. And we're just going to go up until we see the ventilator, then we're going to turn around. This is sort of the garden or food growing level. I pushed each of the walls, port and starboard, out a full space to accommodate a 2x9 grow bed system here. As it turns out, 18 grow beds is perfect for growing the materials of the plants to make exactly 4 ration packs. So you can grow 4 ration packs per harvest with this setup, which you couldn't do with the original Orion CV. Here is your core again. This walkway, which you can make a 1x2 walkway if you want to cover up the core, goes out to the SV pad up on the roof. We'll get to that in a second. You've got your food processor and your fridge here, also a little table to sit down. I've marked a place where you could put a repair station if you wanted a repair station. Again, left out because I'm trying to keep the material cost of the blueprint low. The advanced constructor can be put here right next to these big cargo boxes. Again, left out the advanced constructor because I wanted to keep the blueprint cost low. There's a switch on each of these walls that turns on and off the grow lights. So you can just turn it on and off your grow light if you're not using a particular plot. Let's go back up the elevator into the bridge, which is this part. Here's your main bridge. some decorative consoles, a good chair. Let's sit down. I made this so that you would have a really good view when you're sitting down in first person of your asteroid mining lasers, which will go in those blue blocks that are titled ML right there. And again, I left off the lasers themselves because they cost a lot of Erestrium and Zascosium, and probably you've already gotten them from raiding a POI, so I want you to just be able to slap your lasers down here and not have to pay the raw Erestrium and Zascosium ingot costs to have the lasers be built in. And finally, we'll go and take a look at the SV pad. So this bit up here, we're going to have to go God mode for this. This part right here is the SV pad, and it's actually pretty generous. You can see over there, that's a Nightshade Mark III, Spange's Nightshade Mark III Advanced. The Nightshade Mark III Advanced fits on that SV pad really, really easily. It's not even a struggle at all. I've also marked out some spots here for cannon turrets for this thing to defend itself. You probably want to put chain gun turrets down on the bottom as well, but, you know, I figured you can figure out where to put those. So let's get out of God mode so we don't clip through things, and we'll go back in here. There's our core again, and that is it. That's the quick tour of the Capella CV. I hope you liked it, and stay salty, my friends.